so I just make sure I have this recording. All right, so where were we? Okay, so GA, I had a sub fib and a main fib drawn for this. I'm gonna break this down from higher time frame. So first, guys, I want you guys to look at this red daily trend line here, right? So we have all of these levels in which price was respected here and here. Now this blue trend line is a monthly trend line, okay? So we have this low point here and we have this high point here. Just put that in your thought process, okay? So where price is right now, let me just go back one second. So we know when we had Brexit, we know we had the elections and everything, price shot up to this point right here. We had this long for this week right here, pullback. This pullback broke structure. So let me just break it down here first, okay? So there's two possible scenarios. The reason I say two is because we always have to make sure we understand overall structure. Overall structure now at this point will be A to B here, point A up here, point B, retrace to fall to C. However, because this is a daily trend line right here and price rejected at every single point, yesterday when the market opened up, it was here at this level. Price retraced here, and then I have it going, well, I had it going to this trend line here. Where price is right now, we see this big bullish candle that literally, is it news right now for AUD? Because that's a strong candle. Let me see something. 1 second. If my computer hurry up. Okay, so no news. Okay, so this is a strong bullish candle. Let's see if this wicks down. I do have price coming all the way to this trend line here, so we could see like one more push down. However, if this trend line right here gets broken, look to buy. Now, looking at overall structure, right? So we had this level in mind, right? So just put that in your mind. But on the sub fib, I also want to show you something. On the sub fib from where price is, A to B, if price respects this daily trend line and does not break it, right? And we have a lot of exhaustion here already. So with that being said, and remember, because this is such because it is a higher time frame, it's a daily time frame. As we know, higher time frame price always consolidates there for a minute before it pushes away from that point. So even here, right? This consolidated here for 4 days before it pushed up. Every single time you have like a higher time frame structure, like even right here, all throughout right here, this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days on this kind of trend line area before it pushed up. Here we got about 3 days push up. Here at the top of this, you see this long descending structure right here. So where price is with this exhaustion candle here, I do see price pulling back to this trend line, but I just want to see if it's going to be respected or tested. If it is tested, literally this structure, this A to B structure can pull up here to this -27 and potentially this 61.8. But I want you guys to remember that structure will still be respected if it pulled up to that point, because on the higher time frame, remember, structure isn't broken unless it surpasses into this red zone, right? So on overall time frame, even if the market pushes up to that 20% was literally at this 78.6 mark here. So even if the market pushes up to this point, it's still maintaining structure for this downward push. Ultimately, we want to see the market come down to here. But as we know with trading, it's not what's going to happen, is when it's going to happen. And if you don't have thousands of dollars in your account, or you're not a position trader or a swing trader, you're not just about to take a position and sit in it for months. I mean, I know I don't. So literally what you want to do is capitalize off of every move. But you want to trade what you see, not what you think. So looking at structure and where it is, because I have this big, all of these exhaustion areas right here, that gives me indication, okay, this might not be pushing down aggressively right now. So I want to see what price is doing and what is going on before I capitalize off of that move. Does that make sense?
Yes.
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 All right, so remember, this is the main structure is here, and I'm just going to draw this on here so you can see where everything lines up. So the main structure is there, and then the...
Hey, Jess, I have a question.
Yes.
All right, your sub-fibs. Are you only going to draw sub-fibs on your higher time frame only?
No. Sub-fibs are always drawn on a lower time frame.
Lower time frame?
Yes. So even though I'm on a daily right now, like, no matter what time frame you're on, your sub-fib, like your fibs will always be A to B, okay? So this is a better way to describe it. Your sub-fibs are always a counter trend trade. Your main fibs are always main trade that is going on. So I know that I'm no longer in this uptrend because structure was broken at this point. It broke this low. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So now that I have this new low here and I have this low up here, now I'm looking for price to go down on this down structure.
Right. But it's also it's also respecting the daily as well, so you can it can retrace and then come back up.
Yeah.
At the same time. Okay.
Yes. So I want to see price. Ultimately, I want price to come down to this negative 61.8. But where price is right now, it's maintaining, like you just said, Omar, is maintaining this daily structure right here. It's maintaining this daily trend line. The reason, so how can I describe this? Okay, so when the question is what time frames do I draw it on, I'm just going to circle these two areas just so you can see, right? So no matter, and I'm going to delete this right now so it's not confusing when I go down to these time frames, but no matter what time frame you're on, this is always going to be your A and this is always going to be your B. It doesn't matter if it's the 1 hour, it doesn't matter if it's the 4 hour, it doesn't matter if it's the daily. That's still your low point and your high point. It's just that if you're in your 4 hour, you know that it takes 12 candles in a 1 hour time frame to make up well, no, not 12. It takes 24 candles in a 1 hour time frame to make up your daily candle, right? So the structure is still the same. It's just that the candles are different. So if I go to the 4 hour, this is still my A and this is still my B. If I go to the 1 hour, same thing. This is still my low and this is still my high. So that part, no matter what time frame you draw that on, that part doesn't change. You just need to understand overall structure. So overall, my main fib will be A. Oops, sorry guys. A, I'm just gonna make that green for the money. A and B.
Green for money.
Okay, so main fib is A to B, sub fib is A down here to B. Understanding where price is going to go next is the question. Now, if I look back at my daily fib, right? Let me just show y'all this. So we see that this is the sub fib, right? This counter trend structure, right? So you can always counter trend trade when you're on a higher time frame. Most people say trade within the trend, but like I've mentioned to you guys,
can I catch you right there? Can I catch you right there before you continue on?
Yeah.
All right. So I know you kind of surpassed it, but let's go back to it real quick. So you did your green, you did your yellow. You said the A to B because that's what trend we're in at the very moment. We already surpassed the green, the money trend, but you're saying that the two yellow are A and B because that's the trade we're in at the very moment.
Yes. So
and then the green is the prior, but it's also still a main because it's still part of the fibs can draw down and come back up, but so what you call the green? You said the money because that's your bigger. Okay.
Yes. So when I said I always have a main fib and a sub fib, right? Or not even main fib and sub fib. Look at it as main structure and look at it as the trend and the counter trend. That's the words we can make it easier, right?
Okay.
So this is a trend. This is a counter trend. So impulse, correction. We have a continuation. We have a flag. However you want to use the words. This is your uptrend here. Make that bold. See, this is not a trend line. I'm just clarifying something for learning purposes. So this is your uptrend right here. That's the impulse. And this is your flags. So when people say trade with the trend, yes, you want to trade with the momentum of the market pushing. But are you really telling me that you're not going to capitalize off of 458 pips of this downward push? But remember, this is a flag. It's just a flag on an overall time frame. That makes sense? So when I talk about what is going on right now, where current price is, you have this impulse down here. And then you have a correction being formed here, right? So we want to see a continuation here, right? So when I said that overall,
so head and shoulders possibly.
Structure get to this yellow zone, this negative 1.8. But as we know, before price drops, right? When people ask, okay, well, when you're in a price reversal zone, how far can price retrace? You have to be aware of where you are in structure to understand that, right? So yes, ultimately we want the price to get here. But what if the market doesn't stop at this point and retraces to this point before it drops? That's what I mean by understanding where you are in the market. So yes, right now, this daily trend line right here is being respected. So I'm looking to see what price, like what is going on, so that then I can capitalize off the move. But I'm also aware that this up here is a monthly structure. And even if price came up here on my sub fib, right? So here we have main fib and we want price to come to here. But on the sub fib, can y'all hear my niece crying? Okay, she's very loud. All right, that's, I mean, a different way. Let's just say that one. Okay, so here, if that gets respected and that is direction, that could potentially come here. But remember, that's a counter trend trade. Does that make sense? Because I'm not trying to confuse anybody. But the overall structure would be this move here.
So, because we're on the daily, so if we do a counteract, it's going to break the red line and it's going to pull back and then continue up. Can that be a possibility too on the counteract?
Again, ask the question again.
So as it breaks your red, you say you on the it pulls up, so the purple line it hits, and then it's going to retrace because you're breaking trend, correct? So you can expect a pullback if that does happen in that sense.
If the market respects this red trend line?
The other one, the purple one, you just deleted, yeah.
No,
so
that wasn't a
trend
line. No. Those weren't trend lines. I'm just identifying like this is an impulse, this is correction, that's continuation.
Right. Okay.
That wasn't a trend line at all.
I thank you for your help.
Lines. These red ones are trend lines, and then the blue are trend lines. Okay, so yes, this is my daily trend line here, and then the blue is my monthly trend line for overall structure. Okay.
I see.
So understanding where I am in the market, I understand that off of this counter trend structure, this is my A, this is my B, this could be price pulling back to come to point C. A, B, well, this would be point C. Price is pulling back to come to my take profit, potentially if price does not break here. Does that make sense? Because remember, on that main fib structure, if price reversed up here, it's still respecting the trend. That negative 27 take profit on the counter trend trade is still, that literally is the 78. I don't know if you guys can see this. That is the 78.6 on the, do y'all see this? Is this making sense? Because I don't want to confuse it. Does that make sense? I don't know what that noise is. Whoever like, rattling something in the microphone. Okay. So does that make sense? Does it make sense that this could potentially pull back to this line, but even if it pulls back here, it's still respecting structure? Structure isn't broken until it goes above this high here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So where I'm at right now, of course, right now, I really want price to just break this red trend line and just come to this negative 61.8. But I don't know, even if y'all remember that gold trade way back when, where I had two scenarios and I broke down if price broke that point where it could retrace to. Do y'all remember that vaguely? No, I know I broke down a lot of trades, but it was like a perfect example of what I'm talking about right now. No, don't know.
No.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. But here is ultimately where I want price to go. Also, if it does just go at this point, that's like kind of like a head and shoulders pattern. Let me just show you. Let's see. Oh wait, I did it wrong. Wait. Okay, here we go. There, and then, dang it, hold on. Okay. Yes. All right, there we go. Okay, I don't know why my right shoulder not forming, but y'all get what I'm saying. So here, boom, and then come here. Y'all see that? Actually, let me draw it with this. Oops, not that. This one. All right, so we got here. Here. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. A trade that my friend brought to my attention that I really, really like, and I've never traded this before, is USD, the Swedish krona. I think. Has anybody traded this? Only exotics I've traded is USD ZAR.
I have in the past, but it's
okay. So he was like, hey, can you look at this for me? I was like, what is this? I didn't even know what it was, honestly. Not that, like, I just never traded it or researched it or anything. But when I looked at it, let me delete this fib real quick. But this is really a good move. This structure here is like, so when we talk about like history repeating itself, look, so we have this, just follow me, right? We have this downtrend structure. We have this pullback, then we have this here, and then we have the continuation of this downtrend. I'm just gonna copy that and literally just bring it to this point. You see that? It's like exact. Y'all see it? Like same height, same everything.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. And y'all know exotics pay out. So I'm actually going to trade this for the first time as soon as I got it. And then even with this right here, we got all this exhaustion right here. Today, he traded it and like made hella money just on this downward push right here. And it's just starting to move. So in the morning, I want to see this pull back just a little bit. So let's just say we have this, and I haven't marked this. Let me see. I need to mark it up from like with all of my, I'll give y'all an update on it because I'm gonna have to like go in and do my foundation levels and like everything on it. But it's already broke this trend line right here, right? This broke this trend line. I want to see a little bit of a pullback, and then I'm smacking it. Because he told me about it this morning. He was like, you need to get in this. I was like, I'm not about to get in that thing. I haven't marked up. And I was with students all day. And then he sent me a screenshot. He was like, I told you should have got in this. But I never traded it before. Like, I don't really care what other people make. I need to make sure I'm, like, seeing it. I'm not just about to take somebody's trade signal. And so he was like, I'm telling you, like, I trade this all the time, like, about to drop. And then I had just, like, started my little top-down analysis. I was just looking, like, on different time frames just to see. And then when I saw that pattern and it was just exact, like, literally the market always repeats itself. This exact move from here to here is this exact move from here to here. Exactly. And then right after that point, you have this drop. So you have this pullback and then this drop. If I line this pullback up with here, it's the exact, like it's exact. Y'all see that?
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
It's perfect.
Wow.
And then where it ends up is literally where support would be this previous resistance of all of this consolidation right here. So like, I'm trading this. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm trading this. I don't know how many people be on these sessions and don't get in the trades. I know a lot of people send me emails like, oh my God, thank you, like whatever. But like when I say I'm going to trade this, I am going to trade this. It's too beautiful not to trade. Also,
I traded before and it's beautiful.
You said what?
I traded before USDTech and I love it.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
girl. Yes. Why you ain't been put us on? Huh?
I'm sorry?
I said, why didn't you been put us on? You should have told us about it a long time ago.
Oh no, just did it just like a few times and I loved it because I took the trade from the top and it played perfectly all the analysis that I did. So
And not
I haven't seen it in a month, and now that you're telling us this, I'm gonna check it tomorrow too.
Yes.
I'm gonna wait for the retracement and then.
Yes. So also guys, and then like if y'all ever want me to just look at pairs or whatever, y'all can always like write me on Instagram. I mean not Instagram, on Telegram or like email or whatever, and I'll look at them for y'all. Cause some stuff like he told me about this, y'all know I only pay attention to gold and US 30 mostly. I don't really trade anything else. But like when it's perfect setups like this you just can't say no to. It's like a God-given trade. So look, also it's like complete divergence, right? So if you look here to here, let me just delete this real quick. This and here. Y'all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Every time you have divergence, like you know the market's about to reverse. And it's perfect divergence. Like this is a beautiful trade.
It is pretty.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
It's K week, okay. What else? It was something else I wanted to go over. I think my brain is burned out today.
So, Jess, are you saying we should wait for the pullback and check it out tomorrow morning, or
I want to see a pullback here
you want to see?
first.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see a pullback.
Okay.
Let me see something. Yeah, and it's at this trend line here. Let me just make that. All right, so point A, B here. This is C now. So that's another confirmation. Also on the weekly structure, this trend line here was broken. If you guys see that there. Yeah, I can definitely see this like dropping for a while. Also, that point, that A to B that I just drew is like pips away from where I just talked about this support level. Well, this resistance level turning into support once it comes down here. Do y'all see that? Does that make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm definitely seeing a sell on this. Let me see. How did the candles today form? Yeah, and there was a lot bullish momentum here. I would say C price to pull back to about this level here. It could come a corrective pattern like, let me find one. See if it pulls back like this and then drops. But also, because so there's a lot of exhaustion here, but you see this big bearish candle here. Let me see on the 4 hour. Yeah, just wait for this to pull back. So that's if you want a perfect entry. Like at the end of the day, y'all know I don't like drawdown. But however, there are some people out here like, don't let my style of trading have precedence over yours. Because this is the thing about like how I trade. If you work a job all the time, and can somebody stop that squeaking? I don't know whose phone it is. I don't want to put people on mute though, because they can ask questions. But what was I saying? My style trading. Okay. Like if you work jobs and stuff like that, I would rather you get in the move early than to miss the move. Okay. I would rather you get in the trade early and be in drawdown before you miss the entire move and you're upset and sad because it was a whole bunch of money that you could have caught or whatever. Like if you work a job that you just can't like, or if you are too sleepy to wake up during your sessions or whatever, like do what you gotta do. Okay. I'm just the type of person, like, I'm not about to be in a whole bunch of drawdown. Like, it doesn't work for me. Okay. I'm a Libra. I'm emotional. I have anxiety. Like, I had to make my trading tailored towards my personality. And my personality, I'm not patient. I get annoyed very easily. Like, you should know yourself in order for you to be a profitable trader. And that's just honesty. In trading, you have to have patience. However, if you get your trading to the point where you understand your entries and stuff like that, your patience and your heart can be okay because you tailored your trading towards your lifestyle. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Crystal clear.
Yes.
Very much so.
Jessica?
Yeah. Know yourself.
Jess?
Yes.
Do you ever do pending orders or no?
Sometimes, and I do a lot, but the only thing with pending orders is I have to make sure that like structure is doing what I want it to do. So like a lot of people would do pending orders and price to like shoot through their pending order just because they didn't have 100% clarity. Like if it's like a trade where it's like, I know exactly what's going to happen, period, point blank. Because remember, you want to trade what you see, not what you think. But when you know, yes, girl, do the pending order. When you think and you still have to have a little bit more confirmations, like if I got like 4 or 5 confirmations, girl, I'm putting it in, putting a pending order in and like letting it go. But if it's like something where like that GA trade where it's like, it could be either way, I wait to see how the market's playing out because you don't want to put a pending order and then the market just shoots through it. Like let's say it's a sell limit or a buy limit in the market. You want the market to come up and put your entry in and then drop for a buy limit, but then it just shoots straight to that buy limit. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So it just depends. It depends on what's happening in the market, to be honest. It was one more that I wanted to go over. Does everybody understand what I'm talking about when I talk about divergence though? Because that EA trade that we talked about the other day also, like that was perfect. No, was it AUD? I think it was AUDUSD actually. It was like a week ago. And we talked about it was here. This whole ascending channel up here, and then we had divergence. I think it was on a 1 hour. Let me see. Why does this keep doing this? Okay, let's see. Here. This. Let me get my little arrow. Let's see. Yeah. We have here to here. And then we have here to here. And then we have that breakout. That's exactly what I see on the pair we just did. I don't know why this keeps coming up because I'm not changing my chart. Okay, there we go. Anytime you see this, like, you can expect a reversal. And literally from the time at which we mark this up, that is 175 pips. Where we see that is exactly where on USD Swedish krona. I have to remember that one. That is the same thing. Do y'all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Same thing. USDJPY was what I wanted to go over. Okay, so it's divergence on here as well. And where the market is literally at a key level. So I could see USDJPY. The only thing is that to me, from where price is right now, and picking all of these highs, I look at that as a change in structure. So here, where it is though, let me go to the higher time frame. You can kind of see these levels. All right, so y'all can't see with all these fibs lines on here. Huh? All right, so this yellow is the monthly here. This right here was structure that was broken. This red trend line here was a weekly trend line. It was broken, then respected, came down, broke, and now it looks as though it's retesting that. You see? I'll just delete these so you can see clear. Okay, so all throughout here in the past, okay, here we go. So look at the red trend line here. Then here is where structure broke that red trend line, came back up, and now it's retesting that red trend line. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
So that's my first indication. This monthly here, yellow. The market just broke through that. So, and then this blue one here is also, this is like a daily trend line, but this is point A, point B. It got broken. It respected it here, came down, broke, and now it's retesting it. So because I'm retesting both of these areas, I could see price at least pulling back to this yellow trend line here before shooting higher. But the reason that I have it possibly shooting higher, and I need to see, I definitely have it dropping. That's the important part that you need to understand right now. Okay, and then once it drops, we'll see where price goes from there. But on the 1 hour one, we have divergence. So here, divergence here. That's the first thing. And then because it's at these key levels, the blue as well as the red is literally testing back of a trend line. So because it's at those zones right there, I could see it coming back to this yellow, which is a monthly, retesting this, and then shooting higher potentially to this. but I want to see what price looks like after it reverses to see how deep we go if we respect this yellow one. But that won't happen before like the end of the week. What we need to focus on now is drawing a trend line of some sort here and waiting for that trend line to break and retest so we can enter for the sell. Does that make sense to you guys? So after that happens, I want to see price look like, let me find it. Let's see. There we go. And that lines up perfectly with our trend lines. So look at what we have. Pull this out. Zoom in. Yeah, that lines up with all our trend lines. So look, so if price respects here, come down, test this yellow trend line, shoot up, test this daily trend line, then test this weekly trend line, and then hit take profit 1 and 2. You see? Make sense? Questions, anybody?
That looks beautiful.
It does look beautiful, right? But remember, before you get in for this sale, we need confirmation. So first confirmation, we have our divergence, but do not enter this sale until you have a break of a trend line. So draw your trend lines, set your alerts. So let's say we drew that, let's say we just make this arrow a trend line. So let's say we draw it about there. Set your alert. And then we go to that. Why didn't it say that? Oops, okay. And you guys, make sure you set your alerts on, make sure you download TradingView to your phone so that, why is this skipping? Hold on. Make sure you download TradingView to your phone so that, I don't know why it's coming up like this, but so that it alerts your phone. So like literally, and then if you're like a super busy person, like sometimes I'll do it once per minute. So then my phone just blowing up. I'll be like, dang, who is blowing my phone up? Then I look and it's like, alert, USDJPY, 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 so that I can make sure I go look at the chart. Depending on how busy you are. But if you have like, if you like are a super busy person, do it once per minute so that it'll keep blowing up your phone and you will be like forced to look at it. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
No
thank you for
problem.
that. That was one of my questions I have for you. Appreciate it.
No problem, no problem. So yes, so as soon as that breaks, I'm literally selling it because it's beautiful as well. And that's also perfect and in alignment with what like literally all the other trades that I have right now. And because I'm expecting the Japanese yen to get strong for this week. So because of that, I'm expecting the USDJPY to drop. Does anybody have questions?
What is your opinion with GBPJPY?
You said what?
What is your opinion with to do with GBPJPY?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Let's look real quick. Give me a second. I haven't looked at this in a while. Let me look at everything real quick.
Okay.
Honestly, the same thing as GA, to be honest. I have it going to here, ultimately. But same thing with GA. I want to see it come down to, it's up with GA. It's already at this trend line. With this one, I want to see it come down to this trend line and see if it respects it or rejects it. And then if it rejects it, if it respects it and breaks, then I want to see this fall to this -61 based off of this fib level here. You see? But I want to see if this respects or rejects, because if this just respects it and forms those wicks, kind of like it's doing on GA, price could shoot up, and that shoot up will look like, well, no, I wouldn't even count this sub-fib because it's already surpassed this point. So honestly, I'm not even looking until I have like this breaks out of, let me see. This isn't a trend line. Again, let me clarify. This is just for like teaching purposes. Here, 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 here. Where price is right now, this is like between these two zones is like heavy consolidation. But because this kind of broke this low right here, I wouldn't even consider this like how on GA where I had those fibs drawn from here to here. I could see price right here just bouncing between these areas, kind of like it did these areas until it had this breakout. And because of how structure is forming on these areas. It's no divergence, it's no nothing. Like I wouldn't even trade this right now because it's not clear. Ultimately, long term though, and when I say not clear, like it's clear that it's gonna eventually get to this point, right? But the thing is when. So if you just take an order right now and you don't have a clear structure point of what is happening, because even if we let this be in a structure, let's say this was an impulse down, and then let's say this was a correction, right? If that was a corrective move, I would have expected this impulse to be stronger and just shoot straight down here. But there was a reason that at this level right here, it was respected in such strength that it was. Because now this is like another correction being formed. Does that make sense?
Yes,
So
yes.
it's not what's going to happen, it's when is it going to happen. And the way price is forming right now, because it's like in this consolidation area, it literally looks exactly like this. You see?
Therefore, that means it still have a long
Yeah, I
channel to
see.
go then.
So yeah, so ultimately, again, I have this coming to this area here, and then at that point, anytime it hits like my take profit areas, I'm always looking for price to reverse. But like, I wouldn't get in this right now just because there's no clarity. Now, if you're a scalper, remember, you can trade within trends. Like, if you just want to catch a good, remember, scalping is 15 to 20 pips, right? So if you're at the high or the low of this, literally, if you're at the low in prices and consolidation for scalpers, like, you are always going to buy at that low and sell at that high point. So even looking from this low to this high, that's probably still like a good, that's still like 200 pips. You know what I'm saying? So you could still capitalize off of any move, honestly. That would be part about trading. You just have to identify what you are, though. That makes sense?
Yeah, it does. Thanks so
It
much.
does.
No problem. Does anybody have any questions? And then another way that you can trade this before I just finish, like, literally just make your own little bots and price in, right? So if I like just wanted to just make money real quick or whatever, right? I would literally draw this line, and I know that if price breaks through here and retest, remember, you always have to retest, because if not, price could do like it did right here, where it just wick down. But if it breaks through and then I have a retest, then I know I can sell that, right? And then, of course, you're looking at smaller time frame too to see exactly what's happening. But like, let's say we took the previous one and just look at smaller time frame real quick. The previous trend line that was broken was here. So this is one. You have two different ones you can look at on this. You have this here, and then you also have this. So these 2 points, point A, point B, broke, retest, drop. And then these 2 points, even though it didn't retest until up here, but then it fell. So like, set your alerts for real. That's like the best way to capitalize off the moves that you want, is to set your alerts and see once that alert hits, because I'm strong advocate of trade and price action and understanding how the market moves, because from day to day, it always changes. So like, even these calls right now, like, because I have an understanding of the market, yes, I can give you analysis for the week. But let's say something crazy happens in the market. Let's say it's, I don't know, U.S. imports, or there was a trade deal, or something happened where the market made a drastic shift. If it makes that shift and I see a corrective move, I know I could capitalize on the remainder of that shift. Does that make sense? And did everybody read that article that I wrote?
Read that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, that was really good.
Thanks. Does anybody have
Broke
any
it down
questions
to
on it?
grade level for me.
Yes,
No
yes.
problem. No problem. I think I'm going to actually do that for like a lot of the news events. I'm just going to like break it down, because a lot of people, like, even when I first started trading, people were like, oh my God, it's NFP this week. But like, people really don't know what NFP is. So I encourage everybody, and I don't know why my computer is moving so slow, but I encourage everybody to just read this article. Read it, and you can comment on it if you like it, please. But definitely read it, because I broke it down from 3 technical things. I broke it down from fundamental and sentimental, and not just broke down what NFP is. Okay.
Yes.
And even if you don't like reading, if you want to trade, make money, read it. Okay. But all right, guys. So that's it. So bye, you guys.
Can we at US 30 before you get off?
Sure. Honestly, I was like that. I was supposed to start at 9:30. So y'all can pick US 30 or GU.
US 30.
US 30.
I guess you saw they moved tonight. US 30.
Oh no. Okay. I actually haven't even looked at US 30 today. I sent out a trade this morning and it hit take profit, but I didn't even get in it. I was with students. All right, so here A, B, take profit hit. So now I need to adjust this. Let's see. Here. 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 Look and see if price shoots down in the morning and respects this level here. And then once it gets there, I need to see what happens. But look and see if we have a shoot down in the morning. Let me see. Yeah, we already have some exhaustion up here, but we also have exhaustion down here. So where price is right now, look and see. If anybody's in the signals group, I know I put your stop loss at break even. Can you tell me that third stop loss I had? Because my phone said. Malik, can you look for me? I know you on this call.
I'm not in any signals groups.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Who is on this call? Let me see who's on here. Tamara, you still on here?
Yes, I'm on here.
Can you look in that signals group and tell me on Wall Street, Dow Jones, where I have like my take profits? What's the third one? Hold on.
28607.
To what?
286.
Oh, 286. Okay. Oh yeah, that's long term. Okay. Yeah, so I definitely have to drop it, but I need to see in the morning. I want to see how it reacts to this price, and then I had it come into here. These are highs in the middle of this. Well, right here. Let me see. Yeah, where prices are now, I have it dropping. The only thing is like, it's kind of making higher highs and higher lows here. So here, then this will be one here, and then this will be one here, and then this will be one here. And because this is forming on this is a smaller time frame though, so remember that. Here, I could see one more push up. I would say potentially to this area, actually, here. And then I have it dropping to here. Pay attention to price action. So like, anytime you see a strong impulse down and you see this corrective move here, right? You always know what's coming next. So because you had this push up and then you had this corrective move here, you know there's going to be another move there. So anytime, like, everybody actually just pay attention to this, because this is for every single currency, commodity, indice, whatever you're trading. If you have a corrective move like this, you know what's going up. If you have a corrective move like, let me see, like this, you know it's going down. So because I have this corrective move like this, that lets me know I'm going to have one more push to the upside, but then understanding my strong support and resistance area let me know where the highest point it can go to before it reverses. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So yeah. I see price pushing up to about right here and then dropping. I'm actually going to mark up some more charts tonight, and I'm going to put in the group what else I see, because today has been like a hectic day. Like, my niece is about to go to daycare, so I had to like stop by different daycares and see which one I liked for my sister. I had students all day. I had a meeting, so like I honestly haven't even marked up everything for everybody. But if there's anything else that I see, I definitely know that I like that USD Swedish krona, USDJPY, GA, keep in mind of those two things. Actually, all GBP pairs run the same, so keep in mind of those things. GBPJPY, it's in that consolidation zone, so keep that in the forefront of your brain. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at something.
Did you already talk about gold? Did I miss that?
No, but I actually am super late for a student, so I'm not going over gold tonight. I'll mark it up and put it in a group if I see something that I like on it. But remember, gold always does the opposite of US 30. But yeah, this actually lines up perfectly also with everything I just said. So with this put up one more time to drop to here, that's in alignment with this trend line as well. So that's another confirmation. But don't trade US 30 if you have less than $1,000 in your account. If you have $1,000 in your account, use a 0.01, okay? $2,000, 0.02. Please use proper risk management and trade in this, because it's no joke. This was the first thing that I blew $18,000 on a long time ago. But that's also why I mastered it, because I felt like I needed to get my money back. So don't let losing trades defeat you also. You gotta suck it up. Suck it up and keep it moving. But yeah, so I'll mark up. Let me go, because I actually have a meeting tonight as well via Zoom. So I have to go. Bye, you guys.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Thanks, Jessica. Good night.
Good night. Oh, wait. Michael, nice to meet you. Hello. can you please in Telegram send me the link to whatever recording you have?
I can do that.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Do you have my direct Telegram? Michael?
Let me see. Let me look.
Jess, I'm recording as well. This is Gian. I can send you a recording too.
Oh my God, you're so perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Michael, do you have it from the very beginning?
Yes, I have whatchamacallit, chart talk, but I'm muted.
Okay. I found you, Michael Dropkin 1794442 is your Telegram?
Yeah.
All right, I'm messaging you. Gian, can you see yours as well? I'm just gonna see which one I like better, and then so I could post it.
I had a pop-up for a few minutes, so maybe hers is cleaner.
I might just edit the beginning of yours and the end of hers.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I just messaged you on Telegram. Thank you guys so much, and thank you, Gian. You're so awesome.
You're welcome.
All right, perfect. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Gian, you saw what I was talking about with your homework?
Yes, I resubmitted it to you.
With the yellow?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye, Jess.
Oh, happy birthday to Angelica.
Bye.
Bye.
Night, night.